What do you think? Should schools be notified if a student is suspected of a violent crime? That is the question one Harford County delegate wants lawmakers to think about when considering his new bill that would allow states' attorneys to give public schools a heads up if they might have a potentially dangerous student in their classrooms. But as Harford County community reporter Ashley Paul reports, the bill has been met with some roadblocks.
July 27, 2022, the day 20-year-old Kayla Hamilton was raped and murdered in Aberdeen. It wasn't until more than 5 months later, when law enforcement and prosecutors waited for DNA testing to come back, that a 17-year-old suspect was arrested.
So in the meantime, while all the law enforcement officials and the prosecutors knew this was the likely suspect in this heinous crime, he was allowed to attend high school in Harford County.
That's why Delegate Mike Griffith, who represents parts of Harford and Cecil counties, is introducing legislation that could alert schools of potentially dangerous students.
If you have an individual who's a student who has or is capable of committing a violent rape and murder, it's not only for the safety of every student, it's also for their own safety as well.
If passed, it will be up to the state's attorney to decide whether to report the students to the school, and it will only be reported to the superintendent and one designee, such as a school resource officer.
We don't want kids who may be innocent to be stigmatized in their schools. So there's no notification to the school officials, teachers, staff, things of that nature. And if the superintendent feels that this student is a potential threat, they can move that student out of the classroom setting without anybody ever knowing.
Harford County State's Attorney Allison Healy called this a common sense public safety issue, telling WJZ in a statement, quote, "Right now, schools are without knowledge of charges and without the ability to employ appropriate security or other measures to keep our children safe. The proposed legislation would remove the roadblock and provide for limited sharing of information that is solely designed to protect not only the children directly associated with the charged case, but all students in the school systems to which their parents entrust them," end quote. The bill will be introduced at the start of the next session. On your corner in Harford County, I'm Ashley Paul, WJZ.